Again.
Today I'm going to show you how to load Colorado HuntData's digital maps. When you open up the package, you'll have a thumb drive on the inside. Also on the inside here, there's instructions on how to load it to your Garmin and your smartphone and Google Earth. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it into my thumb drive on my computer. As you can see here, I have Google Earth already opened up. So when I say File Open, I'm going to point it to my thumb drive. Inside of here you have bonus archery, which are just overlays that you can load into Google Earth and load your boundaries and all of that. There's the Google Scout, which also again just has like the boundaries for mule deer, their summer range, winter range, migration corridors. But what I'm going to show you today here is how to load the maps onto your smartphone. So when I open up the maps here, it's sorted by antelope, bear, elk, goose, land ownership, mule deer, satellite, topography, turkey, and whitetail. So if I were going to open up a turkey map, I would come in there down to turkey. I would double click on that map, and then it's sorted by your game management unit. So if I wanted to come in and see where the turkeys are, maybe in unit 51, I would double click on that, and that's Google Earth's going to automatically tilt and load that map on my computer. So as we traditionally have done with the products, on the left hand side you'll see a legend, and that'll explain all the different coloring going on. So in your land status, white's private, BLM is gold, your national forest is green. When you come down here for turkeys, you'll see where the roosts are, spring, winter range are. If I want to turn around, there's a couple different things I can do while I have it here in Google. I can tilt it. If I have a 3D wheel mouse, it helps it a little bit better. But if I wanted to see where this roost area is, I could come over here. There's a shade opacity button. When I click on that, I have the ability to shade that in and out, and I can actually see the Google Earth image behind that. Again, if I want to bring that back up and see where that roost is, I can see I'm right above that roost. Now if that's an area maybe I want to go scout, I can load that to my smartphone. Once you load it to your smartphone, you can actually use these maps in the backcountry without cell service. You can see that roost is over national forest. White's private, shows all your road numbers and everything here. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom left hand corner of the map, and there's a QR code, and there's instructions here how to open maps in your Avenza Maps. You click on plus. After you've hit plus, there's a QR code reader in the upper right hand corner, and you scan this code that's right here to load the maps to my smartphone so I can go in the backcountry and use them off my GPS on my phone. I'm going to open up Avenza Maps. Avenza Maps I can get from Google Play Store or from the App Store. Once I open up, there's a plus in the upper right hand corner. When I hit plus, there's a QR code reader in the upper right hand corner. And all these instructions are here at the bottom of the Google map, but it already scanned that map because it picked it up in the background. It takes you into HuntData's store online, and it lets you get that free since you already own the thumb drive. So you can click on free, install now, and it's actually going to install that turkey map on my iPhone. You can see where that map is now loading onto my smartphone. Once it's on my smartphone, I can actually put it into airplane mode and use it in backcountry, drop pins, use all the GPS functions that my phone has because it has a GPS chip in it. Again, once this is loaded to my phone, I don't need cell towers anymore, or I don't need Wi-Fi. I do need some form of connection to load this from the store. So you'll see that load, and then once that's there, I can click on that. I can use it with all the features that come with it. I'm just going to go into this map that I have here, but you can see where there's your GPS button here. You can drop a pin. You can name that pin, your truck or camp, whatever. And you can anchor a photo behind that. If you click on that, you can actually hit plus up here to add a photo. Let's say you see a picture, maybe you see an elk or you see a good wallow or a good hunting spot. I can actually take that picture, and that becomes the anchor point of that waypoint. I can also export those waypoints. If I click on the export button, I have the ability to push on the up arrow, I can email it to myself, or I can turn around and hit export here, and I can actually put it into Google Earth either on my smartphone or on my computer. So that's kind of fun after you've been out in the field dropping some pins and maybe tracking. You can turn on tracking so you can track back to where you're going, but it'll take those pins and it'll actually throw it over Google Earth exactly where you've been hunting at. You can see your tracks and your pins and all of that. So that's kind of a fun tool to be able to maybe scout somewhere you've been hunting. So maybe here you can see here's where I got into some elk and I dropped a pin, so I can get into that detailed meadow behind it. So Google Earth has some really good images, so Avenza Maps works in connection with that. So I can close that. I can come back in. Let's say I just got out of my truck. If I want to turn on my tracks, I just say record my tracks. There's a start button right here. I click start and it'll follow me everywhere I'm going. I can continue to drop pins. It's always going to drop a pin wherever that locator's at. So, and you can change your coloring if you want to color code your pins, or again, I can hit on the eye if I want to change the name of it. Maybe that's where I saw a big mule deer. I can drop that as well. So there's just a little bit of that functionality of how to use that. You can also measure how far it's going to take you to get back to your truck if you want to draw, and every time you click the screen and add a place, that's going to measure for you. So that's just some of the highlights of what you can do. I'm going to stop the tracking there. But again, back here on the thumb drive, you've got it all sorted by, I've got that turkey map loaded, but let's say I wanted to open a land use map. I could go under land ownership, and let's say I wanted to load unit 8. It automatically knows where to throw that map on my computer. And again, when I'm just wanting to load that to my phone, that QR code is going to be in the bottom left-hand corner.
His thunder breaks the silence of the early morning light. It rings across the canyon before he takes his flight. You don't know when he'll answer, and you don't know where he'll go. You only know down deep inside you long to hear some more. He's the wild turkey and ain't always had it right. There was a time when mankind almost drove him out of sight. But they're making a comeback thanks to you and me. For those that come behind us, they'll always be the wild turkey.